everyone, I'm just sharing another journal with you, and this one is a repurposed book, and this is a Jane Austen book, and it's Persuasion, and it's a lovely cover. It has this lovely gold piece on the front, and it was in very good condition. I think it's probably just from the 1980s, so I didn't have to do a lot with the cover. It measures 8 by 5 and it's got a 1 1/4 inch spine, and I just put some piece of lace around it to hold it closed. With this one I did a lot of sewing in this one, but it is basically a writing journal, so there's lots of space in here for you to do whatever you want with it, and this will be listed in my Etsy shop. So I did a lot of fabric and lace tabs on the page edges, and even though it's a Jane Austen book, I didn't add any Jane Austen ephemera into the book, but obviously if you want to do that you can. So we have a look inside. So I've used the fabric to reinforce the spine on the inside, and also when I've gutted the book, I also put another piece of thick cardboard along the middle of the spine, which also helps to strengthen it. So we've got some paper on the inside covers, and then I've put a little tea-dyed book pocket. Couldn't think of that one for a second. So this one's been tea-dyed, and this is from J9 Scraps. So you've got the library pocket on the inside, and just a little piece of ephemera. There's tea-dyed paper throughout, so it's just a lace tab that's been sewn on here. And I did add a couple of pages in from the Jane Austen book. So this is the first title page, and I've put a little piece of fabric and lace which I've sewn onto the edge there. And then some of the pages I've done what I call paper piecing. I'm sure there's other people that have done it before, but I have a lot of scraps left over, and this is a great way to use up your small pieces of scrapbook paper. And also I have a lot of 6 by 6 paper pads, which I want to try and start using up this year. And as you probably know, that size paper pad just doesn't work for many things. It doesn't work for pages. It's okay for pockets and journal cards, but I wanted to try and find a way to use up my 6 by 6 paper pads. So this is a 6 by 6 piece, which I've just folded in half, and then I've stitched another piece of paper onto the edge here. So it's a nice stitched piece down the middle, and then on the other side I've glued another piece of paper which has made a nice little pocket. So another lace tab, that's a piece of dictionary paper, a doily, a tea-dyed glassine bag, some ledger paper, and here I've just folded this piece in, and this is just another little piece of note paper with a doily pattern that's come out on that. That's for extra journaling. And then on this side, this is a little piece that I cut. It's a part of a song actually that I've took out of a book called The Rose of Tralee, and I've just torn that, inked it up, and just did a sort of random bit of stitching around the edges. And it has 3 signatures. So there's another little pocket here which I've glued onto a piece of dictionary paper, and this is another one of my little journal cards that I've done, and how I do these is I've cut out some pieces from botanical books, and then I've just glued it onto a piece of index card and stitched all the way around. It's a flip out page. That's the other side of the 6x6 paper. There's another piece of the book. Up the top here I've just done a little, you could tuck something under there if you wanted, and that's just a piece of muslin and fabric that I've sewn on. And this is a second signature. So again, I've done the same thing with the 6x6 paper pad, and glued a piece on there, and then you've got another piece that makes a pocket on the other side, and that's another one of my journal cards. Some vellum, another fabric tab, just a little tiny pocket there which has been sewn. It's a page from a botanical book. That's a lovely image of some swans. The other side of the little piece of paper. And then here I've made a pocket. That's also a little tuck spot there. And this has all been sewn. And I just put in a couple of large journaling cards, or you could put a photo on those cards. That's the other side of the 6x6 piece of paper, which I've sewn some, again, some fabric and lace. Then this is the third signature. So I've got a large pocket here with a digital image. Not quite sure where that came from, so I'll have to link that one below. Here again I've sewn a piece of paper onto a dictionary page. So just have a small journal card and a little piece of fold up paper. Here I've sewn two pieces of 6x6 paper again, which I've made into a little pocket. Another pocket here, and this is one of the postcards that I've stamped and put a postage stamp on there. It's a little flip out. It's another piece of the book page, and this is a little piece of paper that was also at the front of the Jane Austen book. Just put another little tab on there. Some tea-dyed sewing pattern paper. It's a big flip out there. And another large pocket, and then it's just a little booklet inside that I've made, and that just has some extra pieces of paper which I've stapled at the top and stamped the word message. So you can, if you wanted to do some journaling that you didn't want everyone to see, then that would be ideal to fit in there. And that's the end of the book. Okay, so that one will be listed on my Etsy, and thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon. Bye.